Hi guys, Norm with you again, and we're back for part 3 of the Stylophone fix-up video. Now, in the last video, I swapped out these two capacitors for ones on the other side, and that got it back working. I've now replaced them with new capacitors on this side. These are actually overkill. They are Nishikon fine gold capacitors. So what I'm going to do now is clean the keypad and the stylus. Okay, so I've made a bit of space there now, and put the stylophone there. Now you can clean these when they're actually inserted in the case, but it is much better to clean them outside because you get bits of the metal polish stuck in the corners and stuff, and it really is best to clean it from outside. So what we're going to be using for this, we're going to be using some of this Brasso.
You gonna come clean?
Rub me with Brasso, sweetie, and I'll come shiny.
Use Dubreq or a similar sort of metal polish do the job, but since Metal Mickey recommends Brasso, we'll be using Brasso. And normally I do use the liquid Brasso with some tissue, but this is the actual wadding, so we will take out some of that and start giving this a clean. Now for keypads that aren't too bad, this one may be a case as well, where you could use just maybe some isopropyl alcohol, some deoxit, may clean it, but for a proper job, I mean, it is even recommended in the user manual, it is recommended to use a lightly abrasive metal polish, such as Brasso. And so let me just get a piece of this out, and then we'll get to giving it a clean. Okay, well, I've never really used this sort of wadding before, but I broke off a little piece there. And if I can just work around the tripod, I'll just set about to rubbing it in. And oh yes, you can see once it is a little bit like the metal polish, really like the liquid. Oh, you see the dirt there coming off. So this is good. Just give it a good rub for a few minutes, well, a few seconds for me. Let's turn around, get a clean bit. So I guess this wadding is just the same as, it's just wadding, but it's got the Brasso liquid sort of embedded into the wadding. So it does make it a bit easier in some ways. So okay, that's well, certainly got some muck up there, haven't we? So let me just get a fresh bit. Okay, give it another go. Yeah, you can see the polished liquid there. Yep. Oh, this is doing a good job, I think. So that's looking good. Okay, I reckon that should about do it. So put that to one side. Oops, excuse me. And now I need some tissue to buff it. It's just a bit of tissue. Where's why I pull that off? There. The whole bench wobbling, but that's okay. So yeah, wow, that's took some dirt off, isn't it? So it's now looking good. Let's just get to a clean bit of tissue and wipe it. Okay, so I reckon that's now looking pretty good, nice and reflective. So now we need to clean the stylus as well. So we just get a piece of wood that I've already used, find a clean bit. Now it goes without saying, it goes with saying, of course I must say, that you should never use sandpaper to clean these things. Okay, if you've got some very fine grit sandpaper, like 2000 grit or 3000 grit, then you can give it a quick wipe maybe for the stylus. But do not ever use sandpaper on the actual keypad, or you will actually just sand through the plating and you will be left with a hole, which is not good. So we just clean that now. As we can see, that's looking very nice. Okay, so it's pretty much back together now, but I just wanted to explain about this variable. Now this one, as we all know, does the tuning of the instrument, so this is how you get it in tune. But if you find that a C at this end, or C rather, is like in tune, and you go down to this C and it's out of tune, then you need to adjust this part. This is the bandwidth part, and this adjusts the spacing of the notes. So, but do not adjust that unless you have to, because where it's set at its factory position, it should be okay. And so what you would do is you would tune in, let's say a bottom C with the main tuning part, and I'll do this in a minute, just check this one is in tune. You tune in the main C at the bottom, you go up to the top C, and it should be in tune. But if you find the top C is out, then you will have to adjust this bandwidth part slightly to bring it in. But it can be a bit of a pain trying to get it set just right. So do not adjust that unless you have to. So there we are, guys, that's it, fully working. And now all back together. And strangely, because normally it's either these switches that go bad or the speaker. But in this case, the switches and the speaker were fine. And it turned out to be these bad capacitors. And let's now bring them in. Here we are. This is what stopped it from working. 4 extremely bad, very dated capacitors. Okay, so I'm now recording off the phone's microphones by themselves rather than the headset. And this should pick up the stylophone better. And we've got the old S4 here with its G-strings tuner amp. It is actually plugged into its life support because the battery in it is certainly not much good. So let's now see what we've got. Oh yeah, so we can see that the first C was over here and the second C was right back, way back. So that bandwidth part sadly will have to be adjusted, which is a bummer because it's not the easiest things to set. We are still a good ways out really. Let's check this one now. Yeah, and that's obviously put that out. So let me set the bandwidth pot to the centre and then see what we've got each end. Looks like this repair is not going to be as easy as we thought. So there will be probably more capacitors or transistors which want changing. Right, so the bandwidth pot is centralised now. So let's see what we've got. And that's the end. So that's pretty good. Okay. Now let's set the main tuning. So it's back. That's it, pretty much spot on now, as we can see. There you go. Yeah, bang on the C. So let's go down to the bottom C. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm not really going to mess with the bandwidth pot too much more. I'm just going to get the main tuning pot rather than grabbing the transistor, which I just did. Okay, so the bottom C is coming in just below, and the top C is coming in just above. So that's pretty good. That's a very nice looking. Let's zoom out. Wrong way. Yeah, that's a very nice looking 1968 Stylophone. And indeed in very good condition. And to say it was just those 4 capacitors that were stopping it from working, that's ideal. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching, and cheers for now.